Hi folks, Jonkits here, playing Sailaway the Sailing Simulator. Lots of small things have happened since yesterday. Well, it's not a small thing. Number one, the wind yesterday was approximately 3, maybe 2 knots, and now it is up to 14, sometimes 16 knots. So we definitely have increased our wind speed. And to remind you, that is real-time wind speed. If you happen to be right there on the coast, you would find that the wind is actually blowing at those forces. Another couple of things. We noticed that there are a couple little white things here. Some guy from Portugal and his friend. They're going in different directions than mine, so they must have a course line of their own. Uh, they are headed out to sea, I think, because they're going to miss Nova Scotia entirely. No, they're heading in the direction, well, no, they're heading toward Africa. Nova Scotia's far to the north. So, hello to they. There's somebody else. The Isle of Brute. I'm assuming that because they are white, that means they are actually live, and if they're grayed out, then they're either on an automatic course or they're at sea anchor of some kind. There's quite a few of them there. So let's pull over to where we are. So there they are. There's one there. That's a different one. That's the Lost Wanderer. There's the two people from Portugal. And so I think that's all I want to point out. I did a quick adjustment of the trim and got a little bit of success, not a whole lot. If you watched the video yesterday, or from yesterday, you discovered that there was no audio in the sense of voice audio. There was game audio, but not voice audio, because somehow it got screwed up. I must have done something weird, and it just plain got screwed up. So I just placed the video on there, and we did a couple of challenges. So that's what we're going to do again. Today we're going to repeat those, probably in two separate sessions because one of them was quite long. And so the first one actually is going to be probably a little bit shorter than usual. And for some reason I seem to be back on unlocked version, because if I hover over each one of the waypoints, you see a little yellow dot comes up which says that I can consider it passed. So there it is. I'm locking that up again. Hopefully that won't make too much of an impression. Also, these were, before I played around with them, they were more than 5 knots in length. So I lowered them so they're 4.5, 6, 7 maybe. A lot shorter because when I had them at 5 knots, they went awry and went sailing off in a completely different direction. So I had seen in a video once before where they suggested keeping the legs or the waypoints short because the boat will tend to get lost after a certain point, and it seems that 5 nautical miles is that point where it starts to get lost. So I think that's all I want to cover right here at the beginning. Remember, this is a live server, so these people are, I'm assuming, out there today sailing along, as am I. I'm not going to pull off course and see if I can catch them, because they could just as well have a larger boat than I do. I don't know. So one is from Setúbal. I have no idea. The other one is from Julia. both from Portugal. Anyway, what's my next move? My next move is to tell you that I made this channel for seniors in Pacific because roaming around I found quite often some nasty things were said about seniors, and I just wanted to create a safe place where you all could hang out, and for that matter, anybody who is marginalized in any sense, you can hang out and consider this a relatively safe zone. And if you would, you could hit the like button or the thumbs up button and then the subscribe button. But most importantly, leave a comment. Let us know what your experience with gaming in general and YouTube more specifically. Um, each game would have its own little, or each video would have its own little commentary section. But if you wanted to go to a general section, you would go to my channel, and if you look around and find, you would click on the one that says comments or commentary, and you could leave some more general comments there. I'm assuming. I haven't tried it, but I'm assuming I can. Okay, so far we have been doing this for a little about 6.5 minutes. We're going to let this little boat carry its course. Right now it's a little short of half an hour away from meeting its next destination, and we are going to hit escape. Ta-da! We are going to go to activities, and we are going to go to challenges. So we did challenge number one. It just seemed to be unending. I went through a little loop around the buoy, came back across the start line, and I just kept going. So I have no idea what was all involved in that. And this one's more of a tacking one. Should take about 12 minutes according to them. I did it yesterday with just the video, or I recorded just the video because the sound was screwed up. So hopefully the sound is not screwed up today. And yes, indeed, we are going to take it right now by clicking on it. And it says, leave this boat behind and go to the Sailaway Cruiser 38-footer. And here we are. Now, there's the cross. I'm looking over here on my map. You can see I want to cross that line, and we're going to go to the southeast of this buoy here and swing around. So, and we are, all the mechanics is taken care of for us. All we're doing is steering. Okay, so first of all, we're headed straight for that one, and I'm going to swing a little bit so that I cover that. There it is right there. Let's move forward a bit so we can see it. And we're just going to do a little tacking. Our wind speed, true wind speed is at 13.9, basically 14, and we are traveling at a speed of 6.3 knots. So we are going to swing around here in a second. Bring it back a little closer. And then we will be taking a knot in the opposite, or taking a tack in the opposite side, but still facing into the wind. I'm going to cross irons here, but we are, there's the little marker we're going past, and we're slowed down quite a bit because we're still mostly in irons, but we want to head for that one there. And this should speed us up a bit. So now we're on the opposite side. Boy, are we ever heeled over. Let's click over here and get on this side. And that's where I thought we were headed at first, but that's the next one. So see, how does this work? The green, I think, is the course line. The straight heavy line is our heading, and our course over ground, or I guess that would be apparent. No, it would be our course over ground is the spotted line. So we're actually moving in that direction. So I'm going to come back a little bit closer. Okay, if I come back closer, then I'm going to start losing speed because I'm going to be more directly into the wind. But hopefully we will gain a little bit by heading more directly at the waypoint. Something moved here. I didn't quite see what it was. Doesn't have a thing for barber hauler. Let's swing around here. We're swinging back into irons, so everything's gone quiet all of a sudden. We're going to cross over on the irons and swing back the other way, which is right there. That one is there ahead of us. So we are going to swing off the wind as far as we can, and we'll pick up speed again, and we'll pop over to the other side. And now we're up on this side, and we're trying to level the boat out by leaning out over the side. That's called being, what is it, gunnel meat. Yeah, we're going to lay on the gunnel, we're going to lean far out so that we're not heeled over so much. Anyway, so now we're going to pull it a little closer to this one. Said it would take 12 minutes. So far, I don't know, we're halfway through. Taken 4.5 minutes. This is, in terms of day of the week, we are in a Saturday. Don't have much of a speed here. I'm going to pull off the wind a bit more. Anyway, we're in Saturday, so they're not working on the outside of the building, so there won't be as much to disturb our recording as we've encountered in the past. So now we're going to swing around again. I think that's the cross line we're going across there. We're off the coast of somewhere, I'm not quite sure. All right, so we're just going through irons, and where are we headed? Okay, if we headed straight for the finish line, we would be going straight into irons. So instead, we're going to tack with the short one, which is the apparent wind angle. So we want to bring that up to closer to 45. So I'm going to swing that back a bit. Whoops, too far back. Oh, 40 went the wrong way. 45, we want to go further. And that'll bring our speed up. Again, it's the short one, so we want it just over 45, or around 45 somewhere. So now we want to cross that line there, which in terms of this is right there, but we won't. That's where our wind is right now. Trying to think. I think we should go a little bit further, so when we cross over there'll be more of an angle. I think I got tied up in this yesterday and I waited too long. That's our course line, if we should follow it, is right here. Okay. I think that's about, that'll give us 45 degrees for the wind. So now we're going to swing around, cross irons again, and let's jump to the other side of the boat, which is over here. I think that's where we're headed, is right there. So the more wind angle we have, the better. At least in terms of actual speed, in terms of the amount of time it's going to take to cross over here. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to wait too long to turn back. Right now I'm overshooting it. If I turn back too late, I'm going to be in irons again. So I'm going to come back a bit. I'm going to lose some speed. But we're going to maintain enough here with the wind in order to maintain some speed. Now it's down to 4.7, 4.6 in terms of our speed. .4 is our speed through the water. Our speed over ground is a little bit, well, it's about the same. Because in terms of, I'm assuming it's taking that as being the ground. I don't know, that's our speed anyway. Seems to be both rising and falling at roughly the same time. So in terms of time, it says take 12 minutes. It's probably going to take 12 minutes to get there. Can't scroll in anymore. Well, we could probably swing more toward the wind. Make sure we cross the line. I'm not sure what the yellow line is supposed to indicate. I think that's probably where we're supposed to set the course. Looks good anyway. Swing around a little more. And got very close to 12 minutes. I thought we'd made some pretty good time. I'm not sure I don't think they rely on present day conditions, otherwise it would be pretty unfair, and sometimes you hit no wind at all in the wrong direction. So there we go. We did it in 11 minutes and 47 seconds. That is our challenge number 2. So since number 3 is quite long, we are going to jump back to our other boat. We're going to quit the current challenge. See what it says. And these are the races that are going on presently. We're going to go to... okay, wait a second. If we don't put that at anchor, I don't know if it's at anchor or whether it's actually a boat that we have. Anyway, let's swing back to this one. And take a look at her. We're 8-9 minutes off. And where are we? We're zoomed in from the last. Wow, look at the depth. 48. Yeah, 48's not bad, but if we pull over even further, no, stay out. There's 49. This is roughly 48. So let's back out. 49, coming up to 50. So it drops off a little shoal there at 48 and then continues. Now I wonder what the little people from Portugal are up to. They seem to have disappeared. Maybe they're shy. Made them embarrassed. I don't know. Anyway, here we are, a few minutes away. So I'm just going to stick with this, go right through this waypoint, and I'm going to remind you guys to hit the thumbs up button if you can, and the subscribe button. Most importantly, leave a comment about what you thought about this game if you played it, what you thought about the stuff that I was doing in this game. Most importantly, how you respond to gaming in general, YouTube in general. And don't forget that you can also leave a comment if you go to my website and follow the comment section. That's the YouTube website. So, until next time, please do take care.